It's time to get this one out and start working on it. All right, let's see what happens. There. Well, we've got it cranked. Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name's Shane, and I want to introduce you to this David Brown 990. This was my uncle's, Tom Prestwood, and we're going to go through it and see if we can't fix it up a little bit. The number one concern, though, is the hydraulics. As soon as you start the tractor, the arm shoots straight up. I think the spool valve is stuck in the down position, if I recall correctly from the diagrams. I think if the spool valve is all the way down and stuck there, the arms will shoot up. So we'll go through and diagnose that and see what's happening. I'm probably going to have to pull the hydraulics off of this, similarly to what I did on my grandfather's David Brown. The past videos you see on the channel regarding a David Brown 990. So I guess I'm going to start another series on this one. So we'll see what comes up. Y'all stay with me. Here's the serial number plate. Tractor serial number is 857993. This David Brown has something right here that I'm not sure what it is. It goes down into it somewhere. What is that? I'll have to look in the manual. Now that the seat's out of the way, I can kind of crank it up and kind of show what the problem is. Move that all the way forward. So normally when you crank the tractor up with that in the down position, the arms will stay down. When I crank this tractor though, with the quadrant lever in the down position, these arms go straight up. We're in neutral. All right, here we go. Contact. Straight up. We've got a lot of work to do on this tractor. The lever for the locking latch is broken. The lever for the selector here is broken and it's seized. It will not move. Oh, let's see. What else? The boots right there need to be replaced badly. I don't think I can fix this. This is not quite fixable. Half of the parking brake lever is gone. I can't fix that. So where do I start on this? I'm going to drain the hydraulic oil out of this to kind of see what it looks like. And then the next step will be to take off the left-hand ramshaft bracket right here so that I can fix this seized up and broken lift latch. I'll go ahead and get the oil changed on it, get the oil drained on it, and then start the process of taking this off and kind of doing some analysis on it and see what's wrong with it. I can tell you pretty much what's wrong with it right now. Look down in there. You see all these, what we call dirt daubers around here in the south. These are little wasp-like creatures that build these mud homes. They catch spiders and put spiders in their little mud huts. We call them dirt daubers around here, and they've built all kind of a nest in there. So yeah, that's probably why that doesn't move. We'll get it cleaned out. Probably change some O-rings in there. So this is rounded over really badly. I can't get a hold of it with anything. There's not enough meat out to get even a pair of vice grips on it. So I'll drain from down there first. Right there. milky. It's pure milk. It's like a cappuccino. Water in your oil will rust up a select-o-matic hydraulic system. Change the boots on your gear shifter if they're dry rotted or cracked. It's the main place water gets in. All right, I was able to get it loose with a pair of vice grips and some persuasion. I sprayed it with some PB Blaster penetrating fluid last night and let it sit. And apparently that may have worked, I don't know. But it's loose now. A pair of vice grips and I got it very, very, very tight. Where's a good placement for my light here so that you guys can see? There we go. Yep. How messy is this going to be? So here's the filter housing. And all the dirt in there. While the oil is draining out down there, let's talk about some next steps. I need to flush the hydraulic cavities out in this tractor. On the old David Brown Tractor for Club forum, they talked about draining out the hydraulic fluid and replacing it with 5 gallons of diesel fuel, then go drive around on some bumpy terrain to help slosh it inside the cavities down in there. There's a lot of different little cavities and places where oil likes to pool up. To slosh diesel fuel around in there and clean it out, so to speak, and then come back and drain it. I don't want to do that with this one because the arms shoot straight up. You're not supposed to utilize the hydraulic functions on your tractor when you're using diesel fuel to clean out the internals. And on this one, of course, the arms lift straight up as soon as it's on. So I don't want to do that with diesel fuel. So I think I'm just going to use regular hydraulic fluid, the cheapest I can buy just for flushing fluid. So I'll get the filter changed underneath to get a new filter in, put hydraulic fluid in, run it on some bumpy terrain to help slosh it around a little bit, and then drain it out and change the filter again and see what it looks like. Oh, these are clean. I filled up this bowl to just over the top of that with gasoline and swirled it in it. Works fine. Used brake clean in here. Got that pretty clean. Bowl looks good. Here's the old filter. Let me get some gloves on. Should have looked. Now that I've got you a close-up view here, this thing's just full of mud. Full of gunk, mud, dirt. No wonder the hydraulics are seized up. All right, for this, I'm using this as a new one as an example just because I don't want to get my hands dirty. When I took it out of the filter, when I took it out of the tractor, it was all dirty, nasty, that kind of thing, and it was sandwiched together like this, right? And I took my screwdriver and I stuck it in here and I pried it apart, right? On the diagrams, I can't see anywhere that there's this plate. What is this plate? It's not on any of the diagrams. None of the other YouTube videos I've watched have this plate on there at all. It's just filter and this bottom part stuck together. And I kind of had an epiphany at some point. This is the bottom of a filter. Why was this on here like this with this bottom pushed in? Get it back on there. What reason would someone have, and put it in the comments below if you know, what reason would someone have for removing the bottom of a filter, putting it on this, and then, is it a spacer? Is it meant to push up on the bottom of the filter housing? I don't know why someone would do that. Leave a comment below if you know. This will be sacrificial. I've got another one that I'll use. I'm going to see if this works okay. This is tight in there. I'm going to go back to the normal way I've seen it done, the way the diagrams and everything explain it, with just this bottom screen and magnet being attached to the bottom of the filter. It's weird. Why? I don't know. All right, what I'll do is I'll get this installed in the tractor, get this back on, and pour in some new hydraulic fluid and go take it for a drive. This is pretty thin stuff, so I'm kind of hopeful it'll slosh around in there. No leaks. I feel no leaks. Bumpity bumpity bump. All right, so we've driven it around the property a couple of times on different days. Made a few laps, jostled it around a little bit. I'm going to get oil on myself. That's okay though. Oh, no. Almost got my camera. Oh wow, that would have been bad. All right, we'll let it drain. It looks clearer. It's not as milky as it was. It's still milky. A little bit. But it's much better. I don't think I'm going to run another 5 gallons through it. Even the cheap hydraulic oil is expensive these days. You have to drain both of these areas on your David Brown 990 of this era if you want to completely drain the hydraulic fluid. You can drain the filter over there like we showed, but if you want to completely drain it, you have to do this one as well. This is after driving the tractor for maybe 2, 3, 4 miles around the property, lap after lap, bumpity bump, just going around the property. You can see particles of dirt down in there and debris that were flushed out. That's nice. I'm not going to flush it again. I'm just going to put hydraulic fluid in, a new filter, fix the hydraulics, and run it for a little while. Then I'll change the oil again probably after a few months. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. Y'all let me know in the comments. Like I said, this filter is sacrificial. This looks pretty clean. I'll clean those up. Throw that away. All right, we're done with this video. We flushed out the hydraulics on the tractor somewhat. It's still probably dirty in there, and that's okay. In the next video, we'll cover taking off the left-hand ramshaft cover here, getting the lift latch fixed, and clean all this up. Stay with me as we go through this David Brown 990 and getting the hydraulics fixed up on it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.